Hi, everybody. Thanks for stopping by. My name's FM18, and you're watching the Dafuge Challenge, episode 79, with Enfield Town FC. The good news is, we're scoring a lot of goals, and our home crowds have been stadium capacity, 5,000 a game. The bad news is, we're allowing a lot of goals. Shades of our stint in the Vanarama South and Vanarama. And we're on a losing streak. Well, I should say we're on a non-winning streak that just recently ended. After drawing at QPR, we were at home against Sheffield Wednesday, and we drew against them. Barry Cousins, a brace of goals in the 2nd and 66th minute. Mungo Bridge, a 12th minute goal. Callan Camps, Jacob Badeau, and Joe Williams had goals for Sheffield Wednesday. They clawed back for the draw. We had 6 shots, 5 on target, and then I went to the counter in the second half, thinking we were comfortably ahead, especially after the Cousins 66th minute goal. Sheffield Wednesday was really active in the first half, not so much in the second half. And then Williams scored the 87th minute goal to draw the game. I was a bit upset, but Sheffield Wednesday is a decent team, and a draw is okay. After that, we were away at Norwich, and this was a barn burner of a game that we lost 5-4. Callum Williams had 4 goals for Norwich. Goals in the 1st minute, the 2nd minute, the 16th minute, the 23rd minute. James Maddison had a 14th minute goal. Norwich was 5-0 up after the 23rd minute. The second half, I don't want to say we turned it on so much as Norwich sat back and let us come at them. Mungo Bridge had a brace of goals, 42nd and 69th minute. Matthew Cook had a 67th minute penalty kick. Sheyi Ojo had a pretty unfortunate own goal in the 80th minute. He tried kicking the ball away, but he ended up sending it into his own goal. We had a couple attacks at the end of the game that were turned away. Their defense was pretty horrible. Evtimov, their keeper, had a 5'9". Their defensive backs were 6'3", 6'1", 6'5". The problem was our guys were just as bad. Collins had a horrible, horrible game. I pulled him out at half. And the rest of the guys just couldn't put it together. Norwich is a mid-table team, so getting an almost draw, I guess, is a good thing. The fact that they were 5-0 up after 23 minutes is a horrible, horrible thing. After Norwich, we were at home against Brighton, and they thumped us 5-2. Matthew Cook had a brace of goals in the 23rd and 71st minute. Tammy Abraham had a hat-trick goals in the 36th, 38th, and 88th minute. Ove Ajaria and Sam Field had goals in the 75th and 85th minute to put the game away for Brighton. We had 10 shots, 6 on target. They had 18 shots, 11 on target. I couldn't get anything going in this game. Again, my defense was just absolutely... They stunk. Bamba on a 5'9", McNally on a 5'3", Jones on a 6'3". I don't know what's going on with the defense. And it's not that they're bad players for this level. And it's not that they're really getting outclassed by the vast majority of the guys they're going up against. It's just for whatever reason they have forgotten how to play. And the fact that it's a different guy every game is the most annoying thing. I mean, if it was one guy who was consistently having bad games, I'd take him out of the lineup and move him on. But, McNally has a bad game one game, Bamba has a bad game another game, Jones has a bad game a third game. It's just frustrating. After that, we were away at Bristol City, and we lost 1-0. Jeff Downing scored in the 17th minute, and then Bristol just sat the second half. Made us come at them, but we just could not get anything going. They were playing a 5-2-3-1 with 2 defensive midfielders that just really frustrated our attacks. The guys were a little bit better. I pulled Cousins off at the 45th minute just because he wasn't doing much. Humphreys came on. He didn't do much better. We had 8 shots, 3 on target. They had 15 shots, 6 on target, and a huge possession advantage. They probably could have gotten more than 1 goal, but Ward was actually pretty decent between the sticks, and the defense was actually pretty solid, with the exception of Brown, and this time it was his turn to have a subpar game. Bristol City is fighting for a promotion spot. They're currently 6th in the league, and when we lost this game, we dropped into the relegation zone. I guess losing 1-0 to them is an okay thing, but I suspect if they really wanted to press it, they could have scored a few more. Then we were at home against Sunderland, and we turned things around with a 5-2 victory. Mungo Bridge had a 26th-minute goal. Matthew Cook had a brace of goals in the 47th and 89th minute. Yari Muru, at least I think that's how you pronounce it. That's what Google Translate sounds like. Let me just check something here real quick.
Yari Muru. Yari Muru.
I think for my own sake, we're just going to call him Yari. He had a brace of goals in the 66th and 90th minute. He also missed a penalty kick in the 66th minute. Who is Yari? Well, one of the things I did when I expanded my scouting pool was I sent a guy to scout Scandinavia for a young prospect. And this is who he found. 4-star current ability, 5-star potential ability, 20 years old. Really good poacher, decent false 9, decent advanced forward, decent target man. 16 caps for Finland with 2 goals, 8 under 21 caps with 3 under 21 goals, and he was not signed to a team. And I have no idea why that is. His contract is a little out there. He's getting £5,500 a week with an £1,100 appearance fee and an £825 goal bonus. He's got a huge salary raise. He's got a landmark. He's got a season goal bonus that's okay. His relegation release clause and minimum fee release clauses are okay. If he actually wanted a little bit more money, he wanted a lot more for appearance fees and goal bonuses, but I threw on a sell-on percentage fee. Decent physicals, pretty good mentals where they count. The bravery and the positioning could use a little work. I'm actually training him on the positioning. Everything else is okay. I mean, it could be better, but it could also be a lot worse. His technicals are very good. 14 corners, 15 finishing, 13 first touch, 14 technique. When a player this good with that sort of reputation is out there available on a free, why wouldn't you jump at him? Especially if I can keep him for a season and then possibly sell him a year or two down the road for a lot more money. I mean, I brought him in and already he's valued at £375,000. The other reason I brought him in was I want to try and get a rotation going on my front three. I've got a decent amount of games coming up, and a lot of them are back-to-back with not a lot of breaks between them. And I love Mungo Bridge, and I love Barry Cousins, and I love Matthew Cook. Their backups, they're okay, but they're not long-term solutions. I mean, Stephen Humphreys, I'm okay starting for a while. Tom Ashton, frankly, he's on the team because he's my version of Harry Owen. He's been with me since the beginning. I want to try and get him all the way up to the Premier League. If I can't, I can't. But he's not a long-term solution. And so my plan is to rotate my top 4 guys every game, so at least one of them has a game off. The good thing is, Bridges played on the left side before. He's right-footed, but he's comfortable on the left side. Murray is wholeheartedly right-footed, but I'm training him to use his weaker foot. And the nice thing is, he can play false 9. He was actually playing false 9 when he scored those 2 goals. But he's a natural poacher on the right side. I can switch him over to the left side and switch him in Bridge, and I'm not losing anything up front. I can bring Cook on as a target man, or he can play defensive forward, or if push comes to shove, I can also keep Cook off to try and keep him healthy, bring on Humphreys for a game. It's a plan. We're going to see how that works. One of the other things I've done is I've switched up my midfield a little bit. I've got Knight as a deep-lying playmaker on the left, Collins as the advanced playmaker in the center, and Skip and Barrow swapping out as the Carolero on the right. One of the things I noticed in my games was that Knight and Collins, for whatever reason, were playing right on top of each other. I don't know when that started. I'm not quite sure how to fix it, but I'm hoping that switching Knight to a deep-lying playmaker keeps him a little bit back and on the left side of the field, and Collins is the advanced playmaker on support a little bit further up, and they get a little bit more space between them. So today we are playing Preston away and Rotherham at home. Preston's a mid-table team. Rotherham, who actually came up with us last year from League One, is also a mid-table team. We're currently sitting at 12 points with 13 games played and a -8 goal differential. I would love a win. I'd be happy with a draw. But I suspect this area here from 18th to the bottom of the table is where we're going to be most of the season, unless our defense gets really, really good really, really quick. So I'm going to set up my best 11 for the Preston game, and we will be back with that in just a bit. Well, today we are away at Preston playing our 4-3-3 with Ward in goal, Bamba, McNally, Lee, and Colwell as the defensive back four, Knight, Collins, and Skip as the midfield three, Bridge, Cousins, and Jari up top as the strikers. I'm going to give up trying to pronounce that name. We are moving left to right. Turn on the heat map here to see how the midfield plays. Colwell with the throw-in to Knight. Oh, he bounces it off Coe, who sends a long pass up to Starkey, who's ran by the defender, and Ward with a very nice save. McNally kicks the ball away, up to Bridge, over to Yari. Long pass to Bamba on the left. He holds it up to Bridge, and Bridge sends it off of Coe. I sense a theme here of this game. Preston has it now. Loader to Starkey. Oh, Skip takes the ball away. Very nice. Knight bounces the ball off downs, but goes right to Bamba. Back to Knight, who passes it into space. Bridge running it down. Crosses it in. Cousins is there, and he scores. Well done, boys. 10 minutes in. 1-0. Nice volley by Cousins there. Well, that's not good. A highlight kickoff right after the goal. Downs to Stewart. Crosses it to Starkey in the center. To Vokins on the left. To Middleton. Knocked away to Jari. He centers it to Bridge. To Lee. To McNally. Up to Knight. Over to Skip, who taps up to Collins. To Cousins, who sends it to Yari. He crosses it to Bridge, and he hits the crossbar. Woodwork save. Vokins sends it up, and the highlight ends. Well, Colwell picked up a yellow card. Half hour in, we're still ahead 1-0. Preston's been the decidedly better team stats-wise this first half. They're wild. 7 shots, 3 on target, 4 off target. Only 2 clear-cut chances. Colwell with the throw-in to Yari, but Vokin steps in front, but he kicks it right to Collins, who sends it right back to Yari. Skip has the ball now, and down steps in front of his pass. Lee. Kick it away, dude. Damn it. Starkey feeds Cullen. Up to Middleton. To Downs. And Preston equalizes. I don't know what Lee was doing there. He's better than that. Not a lot Ward could do there. Vokins with the kick on the left side, on the right side rather, up to Middleton at the top of the box. His shot bounces off the post and is kicked out of bounds. That would have been a good goal for them. Coming up on halftime. Boy, Preston has just been all over the place with their shots. And we're moving right to left now. Well, we're coming up on 60 minutes. We're going to make a couple tactical changes here. Cousins is going to come off for Humphreys. Brown is going to come in for Colwell. Do what worked last time. Humphreys is going to move over to the left side as target man on attack. Yari is going to move to the center as a false 9. Mungo is going to move to advance forward on the right. Knight to Collins. Over to Skip. Sends it up to Bridge. To Brown. Long pass to Humphreys. To Yari, who sends it out to Bamba on the left. Who loses the ball to Loader. Long pass up to Starkey. Oh, and he runs by his guy. Ah, oh, good grief. What the hell was that? He made both the defenders look like absolute idiots. I think that was McNally and Lee. And theoretically, they're two of my best defenders. That's what I'm talking about. We're falling back onto stupid stuff that happened when we were in the lower leagues. They didn't play this badly when we were in League 1. And we're going to bring Edwards on for lead. Bamba's on a 6-1. But Lee has made just too many mental mistakes for my tastes. We'll go the overload the last few minutes of the game, see if we can't get something back. I don't think it's going to happen. 2 shots, 1 on target. Good grief. Come on, boys. Last minute draw. Not going to happen, it looks like. No, Collins passes it up to Bridge. Cross it. Oh, off the crossbar. Yari had a chance. Collins knocked away. Can McNally run it down? We're already a minute past what was supposed to be extra time. Hitting the crossbar at the 4-minute mark of 4 minutes extra time. Bamba with 6 mistakes. And we had 4 guys get yellow cards. Good grief. And we're back in the drop zone. Okay, well, we got Rotherham coming up. I'm going to set my best 11 for that, and we will come back with that game after we find out what happened with Mungo Bridge. Broken nose. You know what? We'll use a club doctor. It's his turn to be rotated out anyways, so it's all good. Well, today we are playing 5th place Rotherham. We're playing our 4-3-3 with Ward in goal, Bamba, McNally, Lee, and Colwell as the defensive back four, Skip, Knight, and Archer as the midfield three, Cook, Cousins, and Yari up top as the strikers. And we are moving left to right. So I'm also going to attempt to do the same thing on the midfield. Owen with the corner kick in, and Coulter scores. Crap. How much you want to bet they're a little eager for revenge after what happened last season? Anyhow, I'm going to also attempt to do on the midline what I'm doing with the strikers, and that I have 4 really good ones. I'm going to rotate them and hopefully keep all of them well healthy. Sparks over the goal. Dodged a bullet there. Goal kick out. Bamba to McNally. And he loses the ball. Jeez. You know what? I'm going to pull him off if he's going to make a stupid mistake like that. This wouldn't be so bad, except we're playing Wolves next, and they're first in the championship. We've got to break this losing streak. Well, coming up on halftime. We've had our chances, we just haven't been able to make the most of them. 5 shots, 2 on target, 1 clear-cut chance. They've had 7 and 3 and 2 clear-cut chances. We've had a decided possession advantage. We just haven't been able to do anything with it. Any highlights before halftime? Doesn't look like it. We're going to bring Jones on for Colwell. I'll leave Archer on for a little bit more. Jackson up to Crooks. To Staziker. To Sparks in the center. Kicked away, but Staziker recovers. Sends it to Crooks on the right. Is that a yellow card? Or is that a red card? Mother. Well, we're going to pull Cousins off. Back Brown. Him to defender. Here I was worried about Archer. Should have been worried about Bamba. Ward with a kick. Shahab sends it to Archer. Yari has it. Sends it over to Knight, who centers it to Skip. Back to Knight. Pass into space. Can Yari run it down? He can. Crosses it in to Skip at the top of the box. Knight, long shot over the crossbar. How was that not a foul on Cook? Crooks has it. Sends it towards Colthurst. Lee knocks it away, but it goes right to Staziker, who sends it up to Austin. Out to Crooks on the right. To Owen. To Staziker. Edwards steps in front of it. Archer sends it up to Cook. Nice ball movement there by Cook. Knight passes it into space, but Yari was blocked by Jordan and couldn't get there in time. Oh. Wow. Finally, a little bit of luck goes our way. Krellin rolls the ball out to Jordan. It goes off his foot. Yari runs up and toes it over a leaping Krellin for the goal. It counts. It's cheap, but it counts. Coming up on 75 minutes here. Last 10 minutes of the game, we're going to go overload. Lee, long pass into space, but no one there to take advantage of it. Krellin holding the ball. McEachran to Sparks. Off the post. Lee kicks it away before Austin could get there. Come on, guys. Let's get the equalizer. More shots, more on target. They've had 2 woodwork chances, though. They've had 1 more clear-cut chance than we have 2. We just can't do anything with this possession advantage. 4 minutes extra time, maybe? Jackson to Jordan. Across the field to Crooks on the right. Passes it up to Scott, who's all alone. He centers it in. Edwards knocks it away. Colthurst is there, though. To McEachran. Back to Owen. To Colthurst. Austin in the center. To Sparks. Out to Scott on the right. To Austin. And they slide a goal past Ward. 3-1. And that's the game. Good ball movement by Rotherham. Well, Ward had a chance, but Edwards tonight bounced his shot off a Rotherham player. Now Crooks has it on the right. He sends it forward, but Edwards runs it down, kicks it back to Ward. Up to Cook. To Brown. To Skip. Up to Cook. To Brown on the left. Passes it up to Cook again. He crosses it in. Knocked out. Austin has it for Rotherham. To Colthurst. Brown runs it down. Tries to kick it out of bounds, but Crooks saves it. He sends it into Sparks. Back out to Crooks. And McEachran's there. And it bounces off Ward, off the post, and in for a goal. I don't know if I could sigh any louder or with emphasis. Archer with the penalty kick above the crossbar. Game should be ending here shortly. And our long nightmare is over. 12 shots, 6 on target, 54% possession rate. We have a lousy goal to show for it. Isabama being sent off on a straight red. 3 days we've got first place Wolves. Well, maybe against 22nd place Oxford we can get ourselves right. Well, I chastised McNally, and he said, "You're right, I've got to do better." I chastised Lee, and he said, "What are you talking about? I'm performing no worse than anyone else on the team." So I think we're going to come back for Cardiff and Luton Town.
Well, I can honestly say this season is going to be a long one. I'm still not quite sure what to do formation-wise or personnel-wise. We may just have to hang on until the January transfer window, see if we can't upgrade at a couple of positions. The fact that some of my better players, or at least players who should be at least good enough for this level, are having a ton of mental errors or actually regressing and making too many mistakes is troubling. It just... there's too many stupid mistakes. And I think this is the longest losing streak, or the longest non-winning streak we have been on since I've started the save. I knew we got promoted too fast, but I thought we'd do a better job of hanging around, and right now it looks like we're going to get relegated. And I'd really like for that not to happen, but I don't know, we'll have to wait and see. If you liked what you've seen and heard, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more content. Questions, criticisms, comments, leave them down below. I'll answer those as fast as I can. My name's FM Jellico. I thank you for watching.